If you're like me, football season's always a time to enjoy family, friends, and food. Kristen Ledgerwood from the Culinary Innovations team is with us, and let's talk tailgating with beef. Kristen?
Of course. Well, I think a lot of people think of beef to take when they're tailgating, but I don't think a lot of people think of brisket as an option.
Burgers normally.
Right.
Yeah.
Burgers are a go-to, so
Sure.
why not try something different and do a little brisket? This recipe today, we're doing a braised brisket.
Okay.
We're going to make some street tacos.
Okay.
But we're going to do everything besides building your tacos ahead of time.
Perfect.
So you can just take it with you.
Enjoy the game.
And enjoy the game.
Yeah, enjoy the friends. That's fantastic. And so
Yeah.
you've already got a brisket started here, it looks like.
I did. So I went ahead, added a little bit of olive oil into my stock pot, and I'm starting to brown the both sides of my brisket.
Okay, for somebody who likes the barbecue brisket, you're worrying me a little bit when you put the brisket in a stock pot and start browning it.
You're wondering about it, aren't you?
I am. You're going to have to sell me on this concept. I love barbecue brisket.
Well, this is a braised recipe, so we're going to add some liquid to it, and we're going to get it, cook it until it's fork tender, which it's just going to melt in your mouth.
Very good.
So it's another alternative to what you traditionally use your brisket for.
Smoking or barbecuing, yeah.
Right. So, so like I said, we've just gotten this a little bit nice and brown. We're going to brown both sides of those.
Sure.
And then we've got a little bit of that olive oil left in there.
Okay.
And we're going to start adding some of our aromatics to the recipe.
Give it a little extra flavor and so forth.
That's right.
What do we have in terms of aromatics?
We have some onions.
Okay, sure.
So we've got sliced some onions.
About how much?
There.
Just several?
Just about a half a cup of onions.
Okay, that's good.
And some minced garlic.
Perfect.
So this is all going to mix in there, and it's going to get nice and flavorful. You're going to start to smell it. A lot of times people wonder what you're cooking, and it's those onions and garlic that really start to make the smell.
It smells, I love those two anyway.
Yeah.
I don't ever think of them with brisket, but so you're just going to kind of cook those for about how long then?
Just so they're sauteed enough to a little translucent. We're really just going to, about 4 or 5 minutes or so,
all right.
just to bring out that lovely smell that you usually get with it.
Absolutely.
And then we're going to go ahead and add our brisket back in on top of our onions.
Okay.
Okay.
Very good.
We'll do that.
And then you've got some other things here, and I'm not sure what you brought us here.
Well, everybody, when they go tailgating, usually has some beer around, right?
Okay, sure.
So you take one of those bottles of beer that you're going to...
that you were going to drink,
and we're going to go ahead and add it to our brisket.
Okay.
So we've just got one bottle of beer.
Just as kind of a tenderizer, or what else is it doing?
It's going to help break it down, but it's also going to be some flavor, a lot of flavor. Tomatillo salsa.
Okay.
So you can just find this in the grocery store, just a jar, and you're going to add some of that salsa in there.
Very good.
Now you can tell it's kind of quieted down a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're just going to stir that in there.
Okay. And how long are you going to cook all these things then?
This is going to go for about 2.5 to 3 hours.
Oh, wow.
But our key is looking for fork tenderness.
Okay.
So you're going to stick a fork in there, and you're looking for the brisket to actually pull away from the fork.
Very good.
And that's when you know it's at that nice tenderness
And
stage.
speaking of fork tender, did you bring a sample for us?
I did.
I thought I saw that.
So we went ahead and cooked up brisket beforehand for you. And so what you do after it gets to that fork tenderness stage, we're going to take the brisket out, and we're going to go ahead and slice it.
Oh, yeah.
The sauce we're going to reduce down. We're going to make it a little bit thicker, and we're going to add the brisket back into it.
One more time.
So,
and what does that do?
It's going to add a little bit extra moisture, and then your flavor is going to hold into your brisket. So.
And then you're going to take that in a crock pot or something to just keep it warm. Is that right?
Whatever you usually travel to that you can keep warm while you're tailgating, just go ahead and put it in there, and then while you're making your tacos.
Yeah, tell us about the tacos themselves.
Sure. Yeah. So you pick your favorite corn tortilla, flour tortilla, whatever you like at the store. Pick that up. We're going to add the brisket back in there, and then some of our great toppings, some salsa, cilantro, green onions, whatever you feel like.
Looks delicious, and it's especially easier. Just cuts down the stress and the hassle at the tailgating party itself. Kristen, you've taken tailgating to altogether different level this fall with beef. Thanks for bringing us this recipe.
Trying to make it easier. So thanks for having me, Kevin.
You bet. For this and other outstanding recipes, visit beefitswhatsfordinner.com, or you can go to our website at cattlementocattlemen.org. We'll be right back.